Hi, welcome to DiscoveringLean.net. Today we're going to be making a carb-free, gluten-free version of spaghetti and meatballs. Our ingredients, we're going to make the meatballs first because we're going to pop these in the oven for a while. I got a little over a pound of 98% lean ground beef. I've got a cup of finely chopped yellow onions. I've done chopping of the onions before, so you can look that up if you don't know how to chop them. And I've got another secret ingredient. This is a gluten-free version of breadcrumbs. It's not using any bread, it's actually almond flour. I got it at the health food / granola section of my local Kroger. And I basically copied the ingredients off of a jar of the Italian breadcrumbs. So I added the oregano, garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, basil to that. I just I winged it the first time. Try to estimate the quantities, but I'll make a recipe for this if you guys are interested and not comfortable with mixing it on your own. But all I'm going to do is just pop all of these. My grandmother does this by hand, which that's pretty hardcore because you've got your elbow deep. I forgot one ingredient, which is an egg, which binds all of this together. So we're going to pop our egg in here. But being arm deep, this is a third cup of our almond flour. So we'll put right about a third cup. And this is a handy dandy way to mix it. No cold hands. After a while, when you're mixing a large batch of this by hand, your fingers start to go numb like you're making snowballs. Just mix that for a little bit till it's thoroughly incorporated. And then we're going to make our meatballs. I've got the pan ready to go. I've got parchment paper. You can use aluminum foil if you wish also. Just make it where it's not sticking. The oven's now up to temperature, 350 degrees by the way. And that's about properly mixed. And detach my bowl. And I'm just going to put in my clean hands. Roll it up a little bit, about that size. I just had my knife there to hold down the parchment for a moment. Now I sea salt these after I make the balls. I like to use a minimal amount of salt. I find if people just pour salt in, that they use a lot more than they really need. So I put a little on top before I pop them in the oven. You can also, if you want to bump up the flavor a little more, add about 2 stalks of green onion, finely chopped. Adds a great color and a great flavor to the meatballs. We're in the middle of a snow event, so I couldn't get out to get the green onion. But made for a great opportunity to make a couple of recipes, a couple of videos, I should say. My granddaughter's getting a little impatient. She really likes our new pasta slicer. Making the zucchini noodles was kind of tedious. The wide fat lasagna noodles for our gluten-free version of lasagna. That was a little tough at first. I experimented with a few different things and I found a slicer on Amazon. I have the link on the Discovery Glean website. If you want to find that product, it's about $30, but it is a cool little device, as you'll see here in just a few minutes. So, meatballs are getting ready. We're going to pop them in the oven. I'm going to put a very light amount of sea salt on top of these. I'm going to pop them in a 350 degree oven. It takes about 20 minutes for these to be done. And I'll be back in just a minute, and we're going to start working on our noodles.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back. We're going to start on making our noodles. So what I do first, this is a zucchini. You can just wash it, prepare it, and slice it with the skin on. I do that some of the times, but if you want to kind of make the experience a little more transparent, make it look more like pasta, just use a potato peeler. And I've already done most of these. I'm going to save you the pain of watching somebody peel a bunch of zucchini on camera. So just peel those, chop the ends off, and this machine is it's a high precision machine, very dangerous. So of course I don't want to risk my own life, so I'm going to have a 3-year-old do it for me. So it comes with multiple blades. This is the fine blade. So we just pop that in. Excuse me, Harper. We center that, slide it forward, and then I'll hold the handle while she spins. You're doing a great job. There you go. And as you can see, it comes out very noodle-like. Keep going, I'm watching. So we've got 5 more of these. It takes about, depending on the size of the zucchini, one portion takes about 2 zucchinis. One person, about 2 zucchinis of say 6 to 8 inch size. So we're going to keep slicing, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright, so we have made our pasta. So here are some of our nice pasta noodles. As you see, it looks very much like pasta. What we're going to do is I have the meatballs cooking. So I'm going to pop this. I'm going to wait till the meatballs are almost done, because this takes only about 5 minutes to cook. So you're going to pop this in boiling water. I have a pasta pot with a little strainer in it. Or you can use a regular pot and just pour it in a strainer. Either way is fine. But put this in lightly salted boiling water for 5 minutes. And it comes out perfect. So we'll be back in a minute, show you what it looks like, and we'll put it all together.
There.
Alright, welcome back. So I've got my meatballs in the pot. I've got, I usually pick the Emeralds. This is a bolognese sauce from Emerald. Going through the aisle, I checked. This one's only got 8 grams of carbs per serving, so I'm going to use about half of that. Add it in. And then I'm going to put my noodles in, straight out of the strainer. And I need a spoon, I just realized. There we go. So I am going to marry all of that together. And then we're going to let this sit for a minute. I'm going to warm the rest of this sauce. The sauce, the heat from between the noodles and the meatballs just coming out of the oven. This sauce will be nice and hot. We don't have to worry about that. But I'm going to top with the rest of this sauce. So I need to warm that up for a minute. I'll be back to show you how it looks on the plate. Alright, welcome back. So what we're going to do, this is a very complex procedure. I'm going to put some pasta on a plate. I put my meatballs on a separate plate just to make it easier to get those out. So I put some meatballs there. Take some hot sauce on top. On top, put some Parmesan. There is a copy of our faux spaghetti. Gluten-free, carb-free. Technically there's a minor amount of carbs in the sauce, but there's no pasta, quick glycemic carbs. Delicious. Honestly, my family, when we're eating it, we don't really feel that we're actually missing anything of the experience. So that's our quick and easy version. Thanks for tuning in.